Here we have Charlie. He was one of 2 Bantam roosters that we got a few months ago. So he's only maybe 6 months old or so. We got him and his brother Linus together, and they were just 2 peas in a pod, constantly following each other around. It was the cutest thing ever. The sad and unfortunate part of living out in an area that is wooded is there are tons of predators. So last night, unfortunately, Linus did not make it home. So we are just down to our 1 Bantam Roo, but he is a family favorite, that's for sure. We have 9 hens in our laying flock, and a few of them have very distinct features and are easy to tell apart from the others. But there are some of them that, besides their personalities, I can't tell the difference. So how do you know this one is Bonnie?
Because she has the comb.
She has a really tall, spiky comb.
Mm-hmm.
And what's her personality like? Like, what is she like?
She likes the peck birds.
She likes to peck birds. Is she kind of like the leader of the flock?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she's the bossy lady.
She's a bossy girl.
Yeah.
She's married. She gets mad when chickens are around her. She like pecks them. Every time I put a chicken in there after Barney, she pecks them.
This is Elsa. She is one of a kind for our flock. Not one of a kind as a chicken, but in our flock she is our only white feathered hen, so she's very easy to tell from the rest. And originally she was actually at the bottom of the pecking order and everyone picked on her, but I've lately seen her picking on some of the other hens. Go ahead, you tell us.
You tell first.
What makes Bandit unique from the rest of the hens?
Because she's pitch black.
Yeah,
and her comb is down. Boing. See her comb? It wobbles her. Whoa, do you see this? See this?
Helen is a blue copper Marron like the majority of our flock, but what makes her easy to identify from the rest is that unlike the other ones, only her and Nugget actually have the black beak of the blue. And Bandit, but of this particular breed, they're the only ones that have that black beak. Helen is a sweet-tempered bird. She's kind of like the mother hen of the whole group. This is one of the ones I have no idea how to tell them apart, but somehow little man does. So who is this?
Pecky.
How do you know it's Pecky?
Because she has a shorter comb than all the rest.
She has the shortest comb of all the rest?
Because all of them have medium combs and bigger combs.
Is she a nice bird, mean bird?
She's kind of mean sometimes. You know, Bonnie made Elsa and Pucky team up.
Obviously, she's not a hen, but she has made herself at home with the hens. She free ranges with them, follows them around everywhere, sleeps in the coop with them. This is Daisy. Her companion Donald was viciously mauled by something long after we brought them home, so...
Dogs. Our dogs.
No, I don't think it was the dogs. I think it might have been like a fox or something.
No, our dogs. Our dogs were down there.
No, I think it was a fox. This here is Nugget. Nugget is little man's favorite bird, other than the Roo. But she, like Bandit and Helen, have a dark beak. But her being a blue copper Marron like Helen, what's different is that in her feathers on her back, there's a lot more of a darker gray black to them than in Helen. So here is Nugget, and this is Helen. All right, here we've got Big Girl. She is probably the tallest of all of our hens. You can see her right there. He's trying to catch. Apparently this is rock style. I have no idea how he knows that this is rock style. Why is she rock style? How do you know the difference? How do you know the difference that she's rock style? How do you know this is rock style?
Because she's runny.
She's the fastest?
She's the fastest of the chicken women.
Of the chicken women?
She's like the fastest leader.
We have 2 drakes and we had 4 ducks, but one of them didn't make it through the night the other day, the same day that our little Roo actually didn't come home. That was, a great day. You can tell that they're drakes because as they mature, they get that little curly feather on their back. Our larger drake, right here, that is Forrest. And then our smaller drake, that is Bubba. And so of the girls that are left, really only one of them has a name, and her name is Cheese. Yep. And she's right here. She gets her name because on her webbed foot there's a small hole. So it may remind me of Swiss cheese, but we haven't come up with names for the other 2. Maybe you can give us some suggestions on good names for them. Black one.
Holly girl.
And who is this?
I'm ready, boy.
Grady we've had since before Mike and I were married. So he's going on like, I don't know, 12 years old. And then Holly here, she is, I think, 2 now. And as you can tell, super energetic. Who is this?
Ruger.
Ruger was supposed to be an outdoor barn cat, but has found his way, or rather stayed in the house, and isn't willing to go out and be a mouser.
Yeah.
Who is this?
Gracie.
Yeah, this is Gracie. This was a Father's Day present for Mike, and unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know how you look at it, we never got her fixed because we didn't have plans on having other cats, and the 2 barn cats that we brought home are boys, and I think we might have kittens here in a month or 2. This old man right here, this is Wes. He is definitely older than the other 2. He was brought in as supposed to be an outdoor barn cat, but he's won me over. He's so sweet and just wants to constantly, well, that's not gonna do it, lick. But he's older, you can tell, because his teeth are more mature, and he has had some issues with his legs, at least when we first brought him home, with like jumping up on things, but he's been jumping up more lately, so maybe it was just an injury that needed healed. That's his butt scratched. We've got a nest of geese eggs in here. It looks like there are 3, but I'm not sure. Like, there's been a couple of females sitting on that. We've had Blackie. That was her name when she came. And then the one that's right behind her with the black spot on the back of her head, her name apparently was Kevin when she came. I've seen them both sitting on it, so I don't know if they just take turns or what the deal is there, but we're gonna have baby geese here in a month or so. The plan also is to get some more baby chicks in, well, really the spring. We've got a few months before that. We're gonna get meat birds. I'm not sure what breed we're gonna get, but we're gonna get those for, that we'll butcher later on in the year. And last, but certainly not least, we have our 2 Nigerian dwarf does. Vanilla here, who we introduced her and Brownie in another video. She is confirmed pregnant, so she should be due sometime in February, so we're hoping to have some additions to the farm then. And then Brownie. Most of this video footage was filmed back in like January, February. So when we were talking about Gracie, these were the little ones that we were talking about. This is Teddy, one of 4 kittens that were born. There's a whole nother video all about them. She's the only girl that survived. Pitch did not survive. She's got like a little eye cold we've got to get checked out. But there is her and Avy and Oliver, and that's their mama. And because I am so timely at getting footage and making videos, this is one of the twins that Vanilla had. Both were live births. One was a buckling, and this is our doeling Oreo. She is now actually like 3 months old and doing great. We chose not to despud her. I personally like the horns on the goats, so she has horns, whereas Brownie and Vanilla will not. Theirs were disbudded when they were babies. Something else that has changed since taking this footage and making this video, but I wanted to include them just to kind of document the animals that we did have, is that all of our Pekin ducks, we started to free range them, and the geese that we got ended up killing all the drakes, and the rest of the ducks just walked off and never came back. So we only have Daisy now. It is now getting into mid-June of 2022. So all we have is Daisy, our 9 hens, our rooster Charlie, Daisy the duck, our 2 does, Nigerian does, and then we have the doeling Oreo. We have 6 outdoor cats. They are now outdoor cats, and our 2 dogs. So I guess you might say we kind of have our homestead started, but honestly, I'm just thinking what next animal we can try out. I've been trying to get Vanilla used to me. I kind of got a way too late start as far as getting her used to the milking stand, because she is not having it. And I don't know that I'm gonna get any milk from her because she's too scared to be touched or really this is the closest she comes, and the fact that she might cut her nose up. I mean, that's as much as I've gotten since September. I am working on Oreo, getting her used to the milking stand, getting handled by people. Same with Brownie, because I'm not sure if the buck that came in January, if he did his job or not. I never bought a pregnancy test to determine that, but if so, she actually would be due anytime this month. So I'm gonna be keeping an eye out for any signs of her udders bagging up. Well, thanks for joining us in this video. Keep an eye out. I'm gonna try and post one at least every single week with some updates on the garden, updates on the animals that we're trying out, new projects, and really anything that is going on here on the homestead.